Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel The Baloch Scholar. So today I am starting another chapter of Chemistry class 9 according to Balochistan Board textbook. Okay. So the next chapter I'm going to start is chapter number 2, that is matter. Chapter number 2, matter. Okay. What is matter? As we have discussed in previous chapter, okay, matter is anything which is a mass and occupies an space or a space. Okay, sorry. Matter is anything which is a mass or occupies an space. Okay, come to the definition. Matter is anything that occupies a space and is mass. Means anything that occupies a space or is a mass. This pen is there. Suppose this pen is a matter. It is occupying an space and is a mass. Okay. Everything present around us in this world is matter. Okay. Water is there. Air is there. Trees are there, stones are there, animals are there, humans are there, plants are, carbon is there, silver is there, gold is there, diesel is there, petrol is there. These all are different types of matter, okay? Because they have both mass and volume. Okay, ancient philosophers suggested that all matter, whether living or non-living, was made up of five basic elements. Means ancient philosophers thought that thought that all the matter were made up of five elements that were earth, air, fire, and water. But modern scientists classify matter based on its physical and chemical characteristics. Okay, matter is classified into four states: solid, liquid, gases, and plasma. Okay, plasma is the fourth state of matter. Based on its physical properties, additionally, matter can be classified into elements, compounds, mixtures depending on their chemical property. So further we will discuss about element, compound and mixture. First of all, I will discuss about the solids state of matters, their properties. Okay. Okay, let's come towards the properties of matters. First of all, we will deal with solid. Okay. Solid is the physical state of matter with definite shape. Means it is a fixed shape. Okay. Solid particles are fixed, they do not move. Okay. And a volume is a fixed volume and shape, means it is a fixed space and a fixed shape. They may consist of pure elements and compounds. They may consist of pure elements and compounds, such as diamond is there. Diamond is a pure element, okay? Or urea, ice, sucrose, paper, vegetables, fruits, ores, and rocks. These are solids. So in solid state, that is fixed volume and fixed shape. Okay, definite shape and definite volume. Okay. Some common properties of solids include shape. First of all, if I go through the shape of a solid, that is definite. Means solid has fixed shape. I already told you solids have fixed shape. Okay. Such as crystalline solids have definite geometrical shape. Means those solids which are in crystal form, such as diamond is there, that is in form of crystal, so it is a geometrical shape. Okay. Or if I talk about the density, the particles, atoms, ions or molecules of solids are very close to each other. Means I already told you they are tightly packed. Means their space is fixed, they are tightly packed, more ordered than liquid. They are tightly packed, more ordered than liquid and gases, and much more ordered than gases. For that reason, solids are slightly denser than liquids and much denser than gases. Means solids have low density. Solids have low density or weak density. Means solids are slightly denser than liquid but much denser than gases. Okay, come towards the compressibility. We will talk about whether solids are compressed or not. Solid molecules are compressed or not. Solid are generally less compressed than liquids. I already told you solid particles are closely packed together. So they are compressed. Then liquids less compressed than liquid means they are less compressed. You cannot sorry, I told you before that solids are less compressed. So for example, a stone is there. By pushing the stone you cannot decrease its size unless you break it, and are often considered incompressible. Before I told you that solids are compressed, now here it is written solid are incompressed. You cannot compress the solids because I told you when you want to compress a stone, so you cannot compress it. You cannot reduce its size is because solids are incompressible. While materials like foam, wood, and cork may seem compressible, they are not. Some solid materials are their form. You can decrease their size by, can say, compressing it. In some extent, they are compressible. That is why it is said solids are generally less compressible than liquids. Okay, there are some solids that cannot be compressed. There are some. Like foam is there. These substance contains space filled with air, although applying pressure compress their spaces. The solid matter and form, wood and cork remain unchanged. There are some solid matters that are in form of, that is form is there, wood is there, they can be compressed. Because of their species. Come towards its fluidity. The solid particles are locked in place. I already told you solid particles have fixed space, volume, preventing their molecules from slipping or sliding over one another. Solid molecules do not flow. Therefore, they are unable to flow. They are rigid. Mean fixed, mean strong, and thus retain their shape and volume without a vessel. Their shape is fixed. Their volume is fixed, so they do not need any vessel, something to make their shape. Let's come to the kinetic energy of solid molecules. Particles have lower kinetic energy. I told you that their molecules are tightly packed, so they move less. There is less space in them. And then those of liquids and gases. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature of the solid materials. Directly proportional to the temperature of solid materials. Come to our diffusion. So diffusion is what is diffusion? Is the movement of molecules from higher region of concentration to lower region. Solid particles do not readily diffuse into other solids. Although diffusion in solid does occur, it is very slow under pressure. Means the solid molecules do not diffuse easily, but in some solid materials there can be diffusion. But the rate of diffusion is very slow under high pressure.